reading for 20 minutes to practice my English. I know. I skip a week, I guess. I skip a fucking week. Damn, that's crazy. Whatever. Let's do it. Oh fuck. Yeah, skip a week. That's crazy, man. That's pretty bad. I didn't. Oh, whatever. Just keep going. Okay, new chapter of Harry Potter. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Dueling Club. Harry woke up on Sunday morning to find the dormitory blazing with winter sunlight and his arm rebound but very stiff. Very stiff. He sat up quickly and looked over at Colin's bed, but it had been blocked from view by the high curtains Harry had changed behind yesterday. Seeing that he was awake, Madame Pomfrey came bustling over with the breakfast tray. And then began bending and stretching his arm and fingers. All in order, she said, as he clumsily fed himself prodigy left-handed. Clumsy. Clumsily fed himself prodigy left-handed. When you've finished eating, you may leave. Harry dressed as quickly as he could and hurried off to Gryffindor Tower, desperate to tell Ron and Hermione about Colin and Dobby. But they weren't there. Harry left to look for them, wondering where they could have got to and feeling sadly hurt that they weren't interested in whether he had his bones back or not. As Harry passed the library, Percy Weasley strolled out of it, looking in far better spirits than last time they met. "Oh, hello, Harry," he said. "Excellent flying yesterday. Really excellent. Gryffindor has just taken the lead of the house cap. You earned 50 points. You haven't seen Ron or Hermione, have you?" said Harry. "No, I haven't," said Percy, his smile fading. "I hope Ron's not in another girl's toilet." Harry forced a laugh, watched Percy walk out of sight, and then headed straight for Moaning Myrtle's bedroom. He couldn't see why Ron and Hermione would be in there again, but after making sure that neither Finch nor any Perfects were around, he opened the door and heard their voices coming from the blocked stall. "It's me," he said, closing the door behind him. There was a clock, a splash, and a gasp from within the stall, and he saw Hermione's eyes peering through the keyhole. "Harry," she said, "you gave us such a fright. Come in. How's your arm?" "Fine," said Harry, squeezing into a stall. Stall, right? Stall. Yeah, stall. Squeezing into a stall. An old cauldron was perched on the toilet, and a crackling from under the rim told Harry they had lit a fire beneath it. Rim. Beneath it. Conjuring up portable, waterproof fires was a specific. What the hell? Specialty, right? Specialty of Hermione's. "We've come to meet you, but we decided to get started on the polyjuice potion," Ron explained as Harry, with difficulty, locked the door again. "We've decided this is the safest place to hide it." Harry started to tell them about Colin, but Hermione interrupted. "We already know. We heard Professor McGonagall telling Professor Flitwick this morning. That's why we decided we better get going. The sooner we get a confession out of Malfoy, the better, sneered Ron. Do you know what I think? He was in such a full temper after the Quidditch match. He took it out on Colin. There's something else, said Harry, watching Hermione tearing bundles of what bundles? Bundles, right? I don't know. Bundles. Bundle, yeah, bundles. Bundles of. Wait, what? Not grass and throwing them into the potion. Dobby come to visit me in the middle of the night. Ron and Hermione looked up, amazed. Harry told them everything Dobby had told him, or hadn't told him. Hermione and Ron listened with their mouths open. The Chamber of Secrets had been opened before, Hermione said. Let's settle is, said Ron in a what voice? Said Ron in a triumphant voice. Louis. How to pronounce that? Lucius. Malfoy must open the chamber when he was at school here, and now he's taught dear old Draco how to do it. It's obvious. Wish Dobby told you what kind of monsters in there, though. I want to know how come nobody noticed it sneaking around the school. Maybe it can make itself invincible, said Hermione, prodding leeches to the bottom of the cauldron. Or maybe it can disguise itself, pretend to be a suit of armor or something. I've read about Chen Liang, what? I don't know. Oh, fuck. About chameleon ghouls. You read too much, Hermione, said Ron, pouring that lace wings were on top of the leeches. He crumped up the empty lace wing bag and looked at Harry. So Dobby stopped us from getting on the train and broke your arm. He shook his hand. You know what, Harry? If he doesn't stop trying to save your life, he's going to kill you. The news that Colin Creevy had been attacked and was now lying as though dead in the hospital wind had spread through the entire school by Monday morning. The air was suddenly thick with rumor and suspicion. The first years were now moving around the castle in I don't know, tight-knit groups, as though scared they would be attacked if they ventured out. Attack if they ventured forth alone. Ginny Weasley, who sat next to Colin Creevy in charms, was bloody. Was distraught. But Harry felt that Fred and George were going the wrong way about cheering her up. They were talking terms, covering themselves with fur or boils, and jumping out of her from behind statues. They only stopped when Percy, apoplectic with rage, told them he was going to write to Mrs. Weasley and tell her Ginny was having nightmares. Meanwhile, hidden from the teachers, a roaring tread in talisman. Talismans, right? Yeah, talismans. Amulet. Amulet. Another protective device was sweeping the school. Nearly long button, but actually, why is nearly? Why is nearly long button? Like, what kind of name is like long button? Long button is like the button that is very low. I don't know. Nearly long button, but a large, evil-smelling green onion, a pointed purple crystal, and a rotten newt. Oh shit! Shit! Spill you wrong. Newt. Newt. Where? Evil smelling. No one brought a large, evil smelling green onion, a pointed purple crystal, and a rotten newt tail before the other grandfather boys pointed it out that he was in no danger. He was a pureblood, and therefore unlikely to be attacked. They went for Flinch first. Neverly said, he round face fearful, and everyone knows I'm almost a squib. In the second week of December, Professor McGonagall came around as usual, collecting names of those who would be staying at school for Christmas. Harry, Ron, and Hermione signed her list. They had heard that Malfoy was staying, which struck them as very suspicious. The holidays would be the perfect time to use the Polyjuice potion and try to worm a confession out of him. Unfortunately, the potion was only half finished. They still needed the horn and the bone-slant skin, and the only place they were going to get them was from Snape's private stores. Harry privately felt he would rather face Slytherin's legendary monster than let Snape catch him robbing his office. What we need, said Hermione briskly as Thursday afternoon's double potion lesson loomed nearer, is a diversion. Then one of us can sneak into Snape's office and take what we need. Harry and Ron looked at her nervously. I think I better do the actual stealing, Hermione continued in a matter-of-fact tone. You two will be expelled if you get into any more trouble, and I've got a clean record. So all you need to do is cause enough mayhem. What? Mayhem. Enough mayhem to keep Snape busy for 5 minutes or so. Harry smiled feebly. Deliberately causing mayhem in Snape's potion class was about as safe as poking a sleep dragon in the... Alright. Potions lessons took place in one of the large dungeons. Thursday afternoon's lesson proceeded in the usual way. 20 cauldrons stood steamed between the wooden desks on which stood bread, scales, and jars of ingredients. Snape proud. I don't know. Proud. Snape prowled through the fumes. Snape prowled through the fumes, making waspish. What? Making waspish remarks about the Gryffindor's work while the Slytherin sniggered up. Oh my god, what? Appreciatively, Drago Malfoy, who was Snape's favorite student, kept flinking pufferfish eyes at Ron and Harry, who knew that if they retarded. Wow. A lot of vocabulary that I don't know. If they retaliated, they would get detention faster than you could say unfair. Harris Swelling's solution was far too runny, but he had his mind on more important things. He was waiting for Hermione's signal, and he hardly listened as Snape paused to sneer at his watery potion. When Snape turned and walked off to bully Neville, Hermione caught Harry's eyes and nodded. Harry ducked swiftly down behind his cauldron, pulled one of Fred's flame-burster fireworks out of his pocket, and gave it a quick prod with his wand. The firework began to fizz and sputtered. Knowing he had only second, Harry straightened up, took aim, and leapt into the air. It landed right on target in Gollie's cauldron. Gollie's potion exploded, showering the whole class. People shrieked as splashes of the swirling solution hit them. Malfoy got a faceful and his nose began to swirl like a balloon. Golly... I don't know how to... What? Wait, no. Blundered. Blundered. What the fuck's going on? Yo, what? Blundered. Blundered. Oh, blundered. Blundered. Like chess. Blundered. Wait, where? Gully blundered around his hand over his eyes, which had expanded to the size of the dinner plate. Snape was trying to restore calm and find out what had happened. Through the confusion, Harry saw Hermione slip quietly into Snape's office. Silence, silence, Snape wrote. Anyone who has been splashed, come here for a deflating draught. When I find out who did this, Harry tried not to laugh as he watched Malfoy hurry forward, his head drooping with the weight of the nose like a small melon. As half the class lumbered up to Snape's desk, some weighted down with arms like clumps, others unable to talk through gigantic puffed up lips. Harry saw Hermione slide back into the dungeon, the front of her robes splotched. When everyone had taken a swing of antidote and the virus swelling and subsided, Snape swept over to Gollie's cauldron and scooped out the twisted black remains of the firework. There was a sudden hush. Okay, antidote. I don't even know I pronounced it right or not. Maybe I'm wrong. Antidote. Okay. Subsided. Subside. Huh? If I ever find out who threw this, Snape whispered, I shall make sure that person is expelled. Harry... Oh shit, I very well arranged his face into what he hoped was a puzzled expression. Snape was looking right at him, and the bell that rang 10 minutes later could not have been more welcome. He knew it was me, Harry told Ron and Hermione as they hurried back to Moaning Myrtle's bedroom. I could tell. Hermione threw the new ingredients into the cauldron and began to stir feverishly. or fuck feverishly. It'll be ready in 2 weeks, she said happily. Snap can't prove it was you, said Ron. Said Ron reassuringly to Harry. What can he do? Knowing Snape, something fool, right? Fuck, something foul, stupid. Something foul, said Harry as the potion frothed and bubbled. But crazy. Frothed and bubbled. Alright! That's 20 minutes for today. And I don't even remember what's last time I read for 20 minutes, man.